Today on Captain Fred's Aviation Theater, you'll see aerobatic competition at Borrego Springs Airport. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, I'm Captain Fred, your host for Aviation Theater and a proud member of the San Diego Aerospace Museum. We have a good program for you today, and we'll get started right after this important message. Today, we're at Borrego Springs Airport visiting with the Ramona Aerobatics Club in one of their competitions. Let's visit with some of the Ramona aerobatic pilots.
Next maneuver is a 1 1/4 turn spin. Okay, there's 1 1/4. He'll be coming out cross box, a straight down line, coming out across the box now. The next maneuver is called a hammerhead. It pulls straight up to the vertical. Keep driving that airplane straight up until it quits flying and the velocity goes to 0. Then you kick the rudder, turn it over, and that's what he's doing now. Straight back down, and a 3/4 snap on the down. Okay, after that you draw equal line and pull out. The next maneuver is a 360-degree turn, but it's complicated by having 4 rolls spaced equally around the circle. He starts turning, there's the first roll. Keep that airplane turning all the time, keep the airplane rolling simultaneously. And he's completed the second roll. Okay, here he comes now, coming up on 270, and he's still rolling, and he's coming out right on the 270 mark with a third roll. 1 more to go, and he'll be heading back east. Rolling over now, and he's coming back up to upright, and that finishes the maneuver. The next maneuver is called a half a Cuban. This will be on the east side of the box, and he'll be pulling into about a 3/4 loop. Pulling up now, keep him round. Nice and round. Come down on the 45, straighten it out, draw a line, take a half roll into the upright position, draw an equal line again, and pull out. Next maneuver, pull right to the vertical, straight up, do a 1/4 roll. Draw an equal level line, and they call a layout. Pull it over, inverted. Driving across the box, and he'll be pulling straight down to the vertical now, another 1/4 roll, and another down line, and pulling straight out. Next maneuver is called a half a square loop. Pull straight up to the vertical, make a tight corner on the upper part, and lay out inverted. Drive across the box to the center, and pull straight down, a 3/4 snap on the down line. That was a good one. Pull out. Okay, next maneuver, come up, 45 degrees up, full snap. Keep that 45-degree line, and Bob sort of let it taper off. He got a little shallow there, and he sort of slowed that snap down. But anyway, that's the advanced unknown for 1992.
Now, that was Bob Thiessen.
Bob Thiessen.
And tell the audience what unknown means.
Okay. We have 3 flights in most of the categories at a contest. The first is a known, which is put out yearly on a yearly basis, and it's published. Everybody, pilot knows it. The second flight is a freestyle. Each pilot conducts his own a series of maneuvers. They have to add up to a certain number of points. And the third flight is called an unknown, and the pilots never know what's going to happen on that until after they completed their second flight of the contest, and they're 18 hours or less till their third flight, and they get handed a sheet which describes a series of maneuvers they have to complete in the right order, and they compete all against that unknown, and they've never flown it before. Thank you.
Doug Hansman is our off-camera narrating voice at the moment. We're looking at the judges, and Doug is going to tell you why we can't get any closer.
Yeah, Fred, the judges are sitting in groups of 5. At each station, there is a certified IAC judge, a caller, and a recorder. The caller or assistant judge is looking at the sequence of maneuvers from a sheet of paper we call a flimsy that has all of the maneuvers diagrammed in a shorthand that was created by Baron von Arresti and so-called Arresti diagrams. The judge is focused entirely on the flight. The caller tells the judge which flights are coming, which sequences are occurring, and then the recorder is writing down the scores. It's very similar to the same system you see on the Olympics when you see the ice skaters performing their maneuvers. Each maneuver has a degree of difficulty, and it's scored between 0 and 10. All of the scores are averaged, and under the blue awning is the chief judge who arbitrates any conflicts between the judges.
Thank you, Doug. This is one of the Sportsman airplanes taking off. Sportsman is the second level of competition. The beginning level is basic, and then you move up into Sportsman. For basic and Sportsman, you can use any inverted aerobatic airplane. It just depends on the pilot's skills.
This one now is Finn Jensen flying an S1S. His first maneuver, and this is an unknown sequence. The pilots have never flown it before, and the first one was a half a square loop with a half roll and the vertical up. The maneuver he just completed now is a split S. It's a half a loop down and a half a roll. Okay, he went up on the 45 degrees, vertical up with a full roll up, and then push out is the next maneuver. And then we go into a 1 1/4 spin, 1 1/4 turn spin. He has to come straight down on the vertical line to get the max points. There's his pull out. The next maneuver will be a hammerhead. He'll go straight up until the airplane completely stops, which time he'll kick the rudder hard and turn it over on 1 wingspan length. He'll be coming straight down and making a 3/4 snap on the down. There's his snap. 3/4 of a turn. Okay, pull out, and the next maneuver is a center box maneuver. It's a 360-degree turn, but complicated by a roll, 4 rolls spread equally around the 360-degree turn, and these are inside rolls. Looking good. There's the second roll, completed at 180 degrees. Third roll coming up at 270 degrees. And the fourth roll coming up, and he's back on course to the due east. Okay, the next maneuver up is called a half a Cuban. It'll be about a 3/4 loop. As he comes over the top, he will point 45 degrees down, and halfway down he'll make a half roll back to upright, and make the last line the same length as first. Next is a vertical pull to the vertical, straight up. Quarter roll, equal lines between the quarter roll, and then he'll be doing what's called a layout. He'll pull the airplane up on its back and horizontal again. He'll continue cross back, straight down, another quarter roll, and a pull out. Next maneuver is a straight half a square of vanilla variety, straight up, pull a sharp pointer over the top, go inverted, continue on in inverted, across the box. He'll be pulling it straight down now, and on the down line, he'll make a 3/4 snap. There's 3/4, and he just over-rotated a slight bit and pull out. Now he'll be pulling up on the 45 degrees with a full snap on the up. And that completes the unknown sequence for the advanced pilots.
This is Finn Jensen coming in for a landing at Borrego Springs after finishing his aerobatics competition. Good job.
That'll be a beautiful.
This is a beautiful yellow, white, and blue super decathlon. This is used for basic training in aerobatics. It will do everything that the other aerobatic airplanes will do, but it's very forgiving for the pilot who's just starting on aerobatics. This is a beautiful blue and yellow and red pit special getting ready for takeoff. He's next in the aerobatic competition. Borrego Springs Airport is on the desert floor. It's at or a little bit below sea level. Borrego Springs Airport is at sea level. So they go from sea level up to 3,000 feet into the imaginary box for their competition. This is a Cessna Twin. It's a small commuter airline, 12 passengers, and it connects Yuma, Arizona, and El Centro, and Borrego Springs, and San Diego, and Catalina Island, and Long Beach. Nice airplane, made by Cessna, 12 passengers. The regular schedule of the airport doesn't stop when they have the aerobatics competition here. So it's rather busy on the days that the aerobatics are here, and regular business has to go on as scheduled. This is Doug Jardine taking off for his aerobatic competition at Borrego Springs Airport. Beautiful little pit special.
That's good, Chuck. Bob Blackwood goes up on the other side for you.
Doug Jardine doing the intermediate unknown. The present maneuver he's currently doing is a roll and a half to an inverted flight, and now he's back out right side up. He'll be doing a 180-degree turn. There's his bank. You got to get over 60 degrees on that turn and hold it right there. When you get turn 180, you snap it back. Make it sharp. Good, Doug. Okay, the next maneuver is going to be a 1.5 turn spin. Center box maneuver. He's slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. You got to let that nose drop into a full stall and then kick the rudder into spin. There's 1.5 turns. He'll make a straight down line, then pull out. And the next maneuver is what we call a half a square loop. He'll be pulling up to the vertical straight, going straight up. There he goes, straight up. Okay, he goes up till she slows down, pulls it over, lays it out on the back side of the airplane. And he's flying inverted horizontally again, and that's the end of the sequence. And there's his wing wag, shows he's done for the intermediate known flight.
This is Nancy Hansman. She's the co-director of this aerobatic event. Nancy, why aren't you home baking cookies?
I baked cookies before I came here, and I brought them with me.
So you can be in aerobatics and bake cookies both.
You bet. You bet. It's all in the family.
Tell us about the woman's view of aerobatic aviation.
Well, it's not really the women's view because we have a lot of women pilots here, actually, but from the distaff side of our pilots, I think we have a lot to offer, both to support the people who are flying, and then I'm interested in aerobatics. I just choose not to be a pilot myself.
How many of the pilots who are competing are women?
I think we have 4 today.
Out of how many?
55 pilots, which is probably our biggest contest.
4 out of 55. I assume other ladies are in support services like yourself.
We do. We have probably 75% of them are women, but a lot of our volunteers are also men. Some of our friends have come out who are pilots, but not aerobatic pilots, both male and female, that are helping out today on the judges line, as well as just making sure things run smoothly.
Now, when the pilots have their meetings at Ramona Airport and they cuss and discuss aerobatics, what do the ladies do?
Well, since I'm on the board, I'm sitting there probably cussing and discussing with them. So we have a board that's probably 4 men and 3 women, and we all participate, and a couple of the women are pilots. I personally am not.
But it's a fully co-educational activity.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, Nancy. Remember, the aerobatics is held at Borrego Springs Airport twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. If you're interested, contact the Ramona Aerobatics Group at Ramona Airport. And it's free. You can bring the family in a picnic lunch and spend the whole day watching aerobatic competition.
Well, that's our show for today. We hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next week, this is Captain Fred saying, God bless America and happy landing!